Good morning, everyone. Leah Dixon here from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am live this morning with a little bit of a kit unboxing. So we're going to be looking at the Boho Beach Kit today. And I thought I'd focus on kits because I'm still on vacation mode. I'm not really, back and crafting and stuff yet. We've just been so busy with trips out, visiting people and to the beach and everything. So I thought, well, let's keep with the summer mode and keep things simple. I also wanted to talk to you about kits because, good morning. Because starting on August 1st, our kits are going on sale up to 30% off for the whole month of August. Those are, of course, while supplies last. So if there's one that you really are dying to get, you're going to want to grab it early because once they're gone, they're gone. Good morning, Kim. So let's switch over to my desktop and we'll dive right in. I've actually had this kit for a little while. I got it right before summer vacation, actually. And we have just been so busy that I haven't been able to do any stamping. Let's dive in and see what we've got. So our kits are great because they're all inclusive. This one is a stamping kit. We also have non-stamping kits. So we have a sweet little stamp set here. Let's turn it around so we can read it. So it says, enjoy your day and sit back and relax. So perfect for summertime. We get our ink spot in here. So this is pecan pie that we've got to work with today. And then everything but a pair of scissors. Let's just pop that out. Put this box off to the side. And so you will want to have a pair of scissors with you, but other than that, you get your ink, your adhesives, a block even to go with your stamp set. And so yeah, you're good to go. So I'm just going to use the scissors here to open this one up. There we go. And we will see what we've got. You also get full color instructions in here. Now, I always tend to forget about them because they're on the bottom. And so they're not super visible when you open it up. But this piece of cardboard here, if you slide this out, you've got full instructions on the back there. And so we can just walk through step by step everything to do. It shows you exactly what to stamp, where to stamp, and even where to put your adhesive. So pretty comprehensive instructions. I'm going to set those off to the side though. So here we have our stamping block and some dimensionals. We get some linen thread in this kit and gorgeous envelopes. Oh my goodness, those are beautiful. It reminds me of one of the designer series papers that we had back when the Waves of Inspiration first came out. And then we have our card bases. And so this kit actually makes quite a few cards. I believe it's 4 of each design. So we've got this one and we've got this one. So absolutely gorgeous. Now, I wasn't planning on doing any modifications, but seeing these card bases, I already know instantly that I will be. And then we've got some really nice labels here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've got 5 of those, which means we have an extra. And we've got 5 of these, which means we have an extra. Awesome. And then we've got some cool little cutouts here of beach chairs and leaves, some more adhesive with those mini glue dots. And then we've got more leaves and umbrellas. And I guess like some kind of cool seashell or sunshine kind of element. All right, so I'm going to put those off to the side and we're going to get started. So how are these different than paper pumpkins? Great question, Louisa. So these are different from paper pumpkins because you can actually see what you're going to get before you purchase it. When you purchase a kit on our website, let's see, actually, maybe I can pull up a screen and show you guys. Let's see, customer view. There we go. I'm going to switch over and just do a quick screen share because I get this question a lot actually about how we see, there we go, how we find our kits. So if you go to stampinup.ca, you'll see here I'm shopping with myself. Yay. You can go over to the menu on the side here and then choose kits. Once we come into this kits collection, and there's a nice reminder here that we get bonus days coupons for every $60 that we spend. And then we can see here we've got card kits, crafting kits. So these are like things that aren't cards, memory books, a fun little wreath and everything. This Blossom Wishes kit is highlighted because it's our newest kit. There will be another new kit on August 1st. And then if you scroll down further, you can just see the whole kits collection, both cards and projects. So you'll see here we've got the Blossom Wishes. Oh no, and I'm seeing here that my Boho Beach Kit that I'm showing you guys today is currently unavailable. I'll check for you and find out when it's going to come back into stock. Now this is the thing that you need to know about kits. Is if you can see it here and it just looks like this, you can buy it. If you can see it here and it says currently unavailable, it means it's unavailable, but it's coming back. Okay. Now, if you don't care about language, because you know you've got lots of sentiments at home, you can still order the French version. And then you've got some lovely French sentiments in case you ever need them, and you can sub in your own sentiments. Oh, and our confetti birthday kit is also sold out right now. I'll double check when those are coming back, but we know that they're coming back because they're still here. If there's a kit that you've seen before and you can't see it on this list, it means it's sold out and it's not coming back. All right, so we have so many beautiful, I love this saying thanks. This is a no stamp kit as well, so it's great to just throw it together and have some great cards to share with people. Beautiful timeless greetings kit. I love it. The birthday card organizer is in here as well. That one's great. Some Christmas gift tags, a great way to get a head start. One of my favorite Christmas kits is here, this Cozy and Bright. So there's tons here. This little memory notebook. It's also great for card making. You don't have to make a notebook with it, but it's got great elements for a notebook. A Million Thanks kit. I highlighted that one a while ago. You could find my video on that. It's fantastic. So there's a lot of kits. There's 2 pages of kits here. And so the cool thing about them is that you can see what you're going to get. So like, for example, I love these Love Santa tags. You click on this and it's going to go in and show you that's what you're going to make. These are the bits you're going to get. This is the stamp set you're going to get. And it shows you, oops, I scrolled a bit too far, and it shows you the price and everything. So you know exactly what you're getting in this kit. If we go back here, we can see you're going to get the ink spot, the block, the stamp set, some baker's twine, some fun little embellishments, some more adhesives, and then all the bits. So that's kind of the difference between a card kit and a paper pumpkin. Is a paper pumpkin, you have no idea what you're going to get. All right, so let's get back to our card. So even though this one is currently unavailable, it will be coming back in stock, and hopefully before our sale starts on August 1st. So I said I wasn't going to modify, but I am going to modify because it kills me to take this big, beautiful card, fold it like that, and waste the whole backside. I can't do it. So what we're going to do instead, you've got a few choices. You could just trim this right down the center, make this a full card front, and be done with it. But whenever I'm putting these onto a base, I do like to actually trim them down a little bit more so that there's a border. So I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. Now I have a whole other piece here to make a whole other card with, you guys. And then let's see, where do I want to trim? I'm actually going to do a double trim because I want this down to 5 1/4, but I don't want to take a whole lot off of either end. So I'm going to take just a little bit off the bottom and then flip this around, line it up at 5 1/4, and take the rest off the top. So you can see I just took 1/8 of an inch off of each end. So not much off of each end, but it gives us a nice little border. Now I will run over and just grab a card base to use with this now, because of course now I don't have a full card. I'm actually going to take one of these with me to pick colors. I think we're going to go probably a pool party, but we'll see. Pool party, crumb cake. So crumb cake is. All right. Okay, so I just grabbed a crumb cake base, and I think that's actually going to be perfect because I can use it for both my cards now. There we go. All right, so I just grabbed a piece of crumb cake. I scored it at 4 1/4, and then I cut it at 5 1/2, and now I have 2 card bases all ready to go. And this can now get adhered to my crumb cake card base. I can put a little piece of white on the inside so we still have a nice white interior to work with. And we're good to go. And I've just doubled my cards in this kit. I won't have all the same elements to work with, so we'll have to figure something out with that. But I've just doubled my card kit. So I am going to glue these pieces in place. Oops, there we go. So I do like to use my liquid glue when I'm doing big layers like this. So I'm going to pop that onto the front, just like that. And put this little piece on the inside so I have a nice base to write on. So now all those beachy stamp sets that you might have, you can now go ahead and use them and create an extra 8 cards. So it's a nice little bonus here. Okay, there we go. So there is our first card base ready to go. Now I need to see what it is we're doing with this one. Okay, so it looks like we are going to start by doing a little bit of stamping on this layer. Oh, I put my snap set here. So they've got us using this fun little kind of ovally leafed image here. So you do get your block in your kit. I'm just going to grab one that I already have. These are the same blocks, though. This actually came out of another kit. And we're going to grab our pecan pie ink. I'm just going to use my full-size pad, but you've got your little stamping spot. Now, when I'm using spots on bigger images like this, I actually take my spot to the image and ink it that way. But because I've got, this nice big ink pad here beside me, I am going to ink up the whole thing. Now, this is brand new, never stamped with, so I am just going to make sure that my image is clear. It's awesome. All right, and we're just kind of going up here and doing a big stamp right across the front of our card. And then we've got our sand in here. Now, if you're doing this at home and you only have the one block because you're a beginner crafter maybe, the one thing you're going to want is something to clean this on. So I do highly recommend grabbing a Simply chamois. These are fantastic. Just get it wet, just water, no chemicals, and then you can clean that, peel off your image, and put your next image on to do your stamping. If you don't have a Simply chamois, any chamois you have at home might work, or just grab a cloth that you don't care about, that you don't mind getting. I mean, they are water-based inks, so it will wash out, but I wouldn't maybe count on it. I would suspect that, there might be some issues, and so don't use anything good. But yeah, just a wet cloth, and you can basically just stamp onto it, and that'll clean it off as well. All right, so I then just did a few little speckles down here at the bottom to give it a little bit more, texture and whatnot. And actually, I'll leave that out. And we're going to grab the Enjoy Your Day. Now, I will show you, since I've already cleaned this one, let's take it off. I'll show you how I mount these sentiments onto the bigger blocks. If you've got a smaller block, this is the G block, I do recommend it. And so I just put my sentiment down and then pick it up on my block. But if you don't have the G block, I would put your sentiment down. And then to minimize the amount of ink you're going to get onto your block, when you're inking it, I would put it right up at the top. And then let's grab our sentiment strip. And so for this card, we're using, oops, crash. We're using one of these ones. And let's see, we're putting these little tabs down. All right. Now, I'm actually not great at making things straight, but I do find for sentiments, if I put my paper vertically, then it allows my eye to really focus on getting it straight as opposed to like focusing on the words and being distracted. So there's our enjoy your day. Okay, so I'm going to put that ink out of the way so I don't ruin anything. And now we're going to start putting this card together. Let's see. So, oops, I need some of the elements that I just dropped on the floor. We are going to use, oh, interesting. I don't know why it just bumped out of my solo view. There we go. Back to my desktop so you guys have a good clear view. So we are going to use, these guys get a little stuck together, one of these awesome umbrellas and one of these leaves. Now, don't just go yanking them because you might end up ripping them. They're kind of attached just at the tip of the leaves. So just go nice and slow so that you can pull that out. And now you can see we've got 3 more for our next cards. Oh, actually, sorry, I grabbed the wrong leaf. I don't know why they put those 2 together on the same thing. So that's for the next card. We actually want one of these big, beautiful ones. There we go. So we've got that one instead. And then we are also going to grab one of the smaller ones of this. Okay, so we've got those 3 elements going on. And now we're going to put our card together. So if we're using the adhesives in our kit, we are going to want our mini glue dots at this point. And we're putting mini glue dots on the back of like everything here. So I do really love these, but you can use your fingernail to pick them up. But I do like to use my take your pick tool. I find that then I don't get my fingers all over them and kind of make them less sticky. And then these ones are great. They're smaller than the ones that come in our boxes. So they fit really nicely behind really small spaces. Okay. So with that, with the adhesive on there, I'm going to peel off those backings. You could again use your take your pick tool for that part, but I find I don't need to. Okay. I'm just going to roll in any excess adhesive. And putting this up here so that it's almost at the top and it goes beside our leaf that we put on there. Okay, now we're going to take this guy and he goes this way. So I'm going to flip him over to the white side and put my mini glue dots on here. And so I'm just finding like the big open spots where all the leaves kind of come together. And putting my mini glue dots there, and then one right down here. Okay, and then we'll peel those backings off. Now, if you don't like using mini glue dots, I know there are some people who don't. Liquid glue works just fine for this this part. Now, this guy's going to go in here, but so that again our leaf up above is able to stick out, and so that all the pieces stay on our card front. We don't want it going off the card. Okay, and then this little element, I'm just going to put 2 mini glue dots down near the bottom. Oh, come on. There we go. And just right there, We're going to pop that on like that. All right. So now we want to grab our twine. And they actually give us measurements. They tell us that we want 12 inches of this. And if you don't have a ruler in inches, your instructions actually do. Okay, so kind of handy that you can do that. Now, it's always finding where does it start. This one's really tucked in. Let's see. Oh, it's going to cause me problems today. Come on. Oh, that tugged a bit. Nope. Maybe not. So sometimes you got to really play with this until you find, there we go. You find where they've tucked it under. So we're going to grab 12 inches of this. I happen to have my grid here. So I've got my ruler and I can measure that out. And we'll cut our 12 inches. And then what they want us to do is to tie this into a really big loose bow. Okay, so bunny ears, loop it around and tie it. So now we've got this kind of really long, loose bow like that. And we're going to stick this onto the back of our sentiment. So it's going to go on like that and be stuck behind. Okay, so we can use a mini glue dot to hold that in place. I just put a mini glue dot there, peel the backing off, pop that on. And then they gave us dimensionals, but I actually have a pack right here already started, so I'm just going to use mine. And I like to put one over that knot just to really help hold it. And just like that. And we peel this off. And this goes onto our card front, slightly off to the right-hand side, and just covering up where all the bottoms of our elements go onto our card. Okay, and that is the first card in this kit finished, and with just that little alteration so that you kind of doubled your cards. But isn't that beautiful? Like, just so beachy. I love it. All right, I'm going to put that one off to the side, and I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again because, of course, our second card base again feels like a waste to just use it as is. So I'm going to cut this at 4. And then this one, I'm not as worried about trimming it evenly. So we're just going to take a 1/4 inch off. All right. So now I have my card base and an extra one for something else. Aren't they awesome, Kim? I love this kit. Okay. And then I had pre-cut that card base, so we're going to bring that back in. And let me just see which way. Oh, this card actually goes sideways, like this. Okay. So we're going to do it like that. And now actually, I'm a little bit picky with my cards in this regard. I actually don't like top fold cards because I find over time they do that. So I'm going to actually cut a second piece of crumb cake cardstock. Actually, maybe I'm going to do pool party for this one. Just beach it up a bit. And we're going to cut it in the other direction. Awesome. I actually already had one pre-cut and scored. So it's the long ways so that when we put this card together, it will stay standing. To me, that's really important. And check that out. I love that. Putting that on pool party just kind of pops it a bit. So we're going to do that. We're going to glue that layer onto our pool party base. And then go from there. And even though Pool Party is super duper light, and we could definitely write on the inside of this card, I do like to add that, that inside layer. And I'm just going to use that little strip that I cut off before as a little accent on the inside. Okay, so I am going to grab the thin end of my glue stick. I don't use this end very often. And I'm going to just bead the tiniest bit of liquid glue on there. Okay, so this is not a big solid line. It's just like little drips and drabs of glue, and that's going to hold it in place. And we're going to pop that on there. So it's already 4 inches wide because that's how we cut our card front. And that's just that 1/4 inch that I cut off of the top. So it's just a little nice tie-in to the inside of our card. Okay, we could have done that on the other one had we chosen to cut a 1/4 inch strip, but doing the 1/8 of an inch, it becomes a bit tricky to glue in. Okay, here we go. And pop that on the inside. Beautiful. Okay, so now we've got our redesigned double our money card base here. And we can get started creating. So this time, instead of this oval shaped leaf, we're using the big open leaf. So we'll peel that off, pop that onto a block. Oh my, I'm out of blocks. Yikes. I've got too many projects on the go right now. I'm all set up for a card class on Saturday. And I've put everything on the blocks already because I'm going to be visiting my parents from today until Saturday. So I won't be around to set up beforehand. All right, so we've got that, and we'll throw that. Now this one's quite big, so on your block you're going to have to put it on diagonally. Otherwise it's not going to fit. And while we've got our cleaner here, I'm just going to clean up our sentiment and switch those out. Oh, now I think I picked up that sand that we're going to need. Shouldn't have cleaned up that one. Oh well. Okay, and again, I'm going to put this one at the top of my block. All right. Oh, hello. Glad you can join us. Oh, so you're just getting back from work. Oh my goodness, it's early for that. All right, so we're going to do some more stamping now with our pecan pie. And for this one, they've got us stamping this large leaf up into this corner. Okay, big, bold, beautiful little image there. We're going to grab one of our other sentiment pieces here, just like that. And we're going to stamp our words on here with those openings to the right-hand side. So I'm going to put the openings to the top because, like I said, I find it easier to stamp vertically when I'm trying to get things straight and centered. There we go. So sit back and relax, which is perfect because this card's going to have that awesome Adirondack chair on it. Now I'm just going to clean up this sentiment and grab that little bit of sand back that I put away because we're going to add a little bit more of that on here as well. All right, and I don't need that. We're going to grab this sand, and it looks like we're stamping some up here, and we're doing some down here. All right, so that's the stamping on this card. Now I can set those off to the side. Now we're going to grab the leaf. So I had already pulled that one out. We're going to get that leaf. We're going to get the larger one of these. Okay. And, oops. And of course our chair. So one of these awesome chairs. There we go. Okay. So those are all of the elements that we're going to be putting onto this card front. So we're going to start with these two little guys. We're going to do mini glue dots. Oh, that I just had. Where did it? Oh, there they are. We're going to do mini glue dots on the back of this long leaf. Just two of them will do. Oops, don't run away on me. So just like that. And this guy gets to go right beside the one that we stamped. So we stamped one going this way. This little guy's going to come in, even kind of share a stem space with them. So they overlap, and that's glued down. And then for our larger leaf here, we're actually going to use some dimensionals on the back. Peel the backings off of that. And this one can go in on the other side of our leaf. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to take our sentiment here and we're going to wrap some twine around it. So now they say 7 inches. Let's grab 7 inches. There we go. And we're just going to start over here. I'm just going to put a mini glue dot down so that it will have a space to hold it. Peel the backing off. And so we're just supposed to start that in our mini glue dot. And we just wrap this around, let it crisscross a bit. And put that back down into the mini glue dot. Now, if that mini glue dot's kind of all covered up, we can grab a second one and put it there. And tuck that into the glue dot so it stays behind. All right, so that's just being held in place with little mini glue dots on the back. Okay, so then we're going to grab our dimensionals. I'm going to use one just to secure those a little bit. And 2 and 3. There we go. And then this goes. Now I want to make sure I position this right so that when I put my chair down, I'm not covering up my words. So that's going to go all the way over there. And then my chair, we're going to put on with some mini glue dots. So we want to make sure that we're positioning them where they're going to hit elements. So I can see this leg is a good spot, and this front corner and this section right here are all good spots to put them. So I'm going to put one right there at the tip. Whoops. And then along this side. So there's no point putting down a mini glue dot where it's going to be kind of suspended in the air. It's not going to grab onto anything. So I'm just using 4 here. And then popping that on. Just like that. And that is our second card all done. So that is there and there. And then, of course, when we go to mail these, we have the gorgeous envelopes to put them with. So that is the Boho Beach Kit. I will check for you guys when that one is coming back. Just give me a second here. Demonstrator view. Let's see, inventory status report. Hopefully it's on here so we can find out when we'll be able to get that one back. Interesting. I don't see it on our list. That might be because it's a kit. But the fact that it says currently unavailable means that it will be coming back. And hopefully that means it will be coming back before before our kit sale is over. So that is our Boho Beach Kit. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and that you just got to see again that there's ways that we can make these kits go further. So now I have enough here to make another 8 cards in my kit with those bases, and I'll just have to create my own elements to go on the cards. But that's pretty easy. I have enough dies and different stamp sets and all that I'll be able to create some fun stuff, and I'll try and post those for you if I get to them. I'm not sure because I'm leaving tonight again for another quick trip. Kind of feel bad leaving Noah at home to work while I keep traveling with the kids, but it's my summer. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will try to be back again next Wednesday. Summer's just been a little bit unpredictable for me, but hopefully I'll be back next Wednesday. So take care, everyone. And don't forget, if you want to earn bonus days coupons, you have until July 31st to place your order. You get a $6 coupon for every $60 order you place. Okay, bye-bye.